I'm Muriel Fallon. I work as a volunteer for the Bromsgrove in Redditch volunteer group, very active group which started over 4 years ago now. It was advertised that they wanted volunteers. Initially it started in Bromsgrove and they wanted volunteers to expand it to Redditch too. And my initial contact was at St Stephen's Church. There was a large gathering and people that were interested gave their details and their background and their contact numbers and where their skill set lay. And it took off from there. And because I was a social worker and I'd actually worked with asylum seekers and refugees, I actually had a huge interest from the start. But also, like the other volunteers, we feel very committed to people that are in such dire need of help and support in the country.
Well, I come every first Saturday of the month. It's usually that. Sometimes it's changed if other events are on in the church. It's a lot of just moving bags around, basically. You know, people arrive and sometimes quite elderly people and need a hand to unload the car and bring the bags in. They all get put into the church. Some of the Syrian families come along now and they read through it, see if anything's suitable. I usually bring some toiletries and other people do as well because that kind of thing is useful.
For Bromsgrove and Redditch welcomes refugees, I actually was keen to do face-to-face to be a key worker or certainly a support worker. And as I knew there were at least one local family to me where I live, and then there was another younger family, I felt the need to help them as they were living so close. I initially worked with the older family of 2 adults and 1 son.
It's something I've always been concerned about, you know. I remember even when I was a child, my mum would say, eat your dinner, don't waste it, there's people starving in the world, you know. So I mean, even now I have to eat every last potato if I'm stuffed, you know. And that, but you know, I did Oxfam walks at school to raise funds, sponsored walks. I used to do Christian Aid for about 20 years or so, you know. And there again you find, like, probably broke down that 1/3 of people do give and do care. 1/3 of people say they're not interested and charity begins at home and all those comments, you know. Another 1/3 of people are never home, you know. And that's, yeah, I've always been involved in some respect, you know. But I've known Sue a long time. And I think I was coming back from the holidays the one time when I spotted there was an event going at the bandstand. So I said to my husband, "I'll carry on, take the cases home, you know, I'm getting off, you know." So I went along and found out that all this was just being set up. It was in the early stages. We had a meal to welcome refugees at the town hall. That's probably about 4 years ago. And that was really good, you know, enjoyed that. I mean, when I was in my teens, I used to hitchhike a lot. And I used to go away with no money, you know, not a care in the world sort of thing. And people fed me and looked after me and put me up for the night. And, you know, I was never able to sort of do anything for those people. But I think it's just in life, as you get older and you appreciate what you've had, you know, you have an obligation really to pass it on. The other element that I enjoy about it is partly meeting the Syrian families and getting to know them, and also, you know, the people that help alongside. You know, it's good to be with people that care about the same things, because I get so disheartened listening to the general public making negative comments about immigrants. So I find it really uplifting and refreshing to be with people who've got the same ideas, you know, the same concerns. So that's a big part of it for me as well, you know.